Hi, good evening. Jeff Schiavone, Scout Executive of the Miami Valley Council, coming at you from the confines of my home office. And I'm sure I'm like many of you now that are adjusting to a new way of business, sort of a new way of life, and a new way of connecting with individuals. So I want to thank you first and foremost for all the dedication that you've all shown during this time to keep scouts and our young people safe as we make decisions since our early days with the COVID-19 response as a council. It's always been about keeping our scouts, our families, and our general overall community safe. I'd like to share with you a few updates in terms of our COVID-19 response since the first communications went out on March 13th. And I'll send a few slides over here your way. So, I want to talk briefly tonight about where we're at today and what's transpired. Uh, we set up fairly quickly a task force that their primary goal is to monitor local, state, and all federal recommendations and really make decisions based on the wellness of our scouts. We have some great talent on that committee, including folks from the medical profession, risk management, marketing, operations, and logistics, just to name a few. That group has been working hard to make decisions, and also they've made recommendations to stand up three individual subcommittees. First is the Virtual Scouting Technology Committee, and their role is to look for platforms to help you as a unit leader, as a parent, as maybe somebody working on a district subcommittee or even a council subcommittee, find technology and ways to keep ourselves in touch during our distance scouting period. Steve Volk of our executive board is chairing that, the committee here, and then supported by our staff. We've also identified the need for a virtual scouting program committee, and their role is a little different from the technology committee in that they're looking for content, they're looking for the fun in keeping our scouts together and providing resources as we think about many of our homes, mine included, on the other side of the wall here. Is turned into a makeshift classroom. So if we can provide some content for folks to just introduce a daily dose of scouting and keep some sense of normalcy and begin a new routine, more the better. And then lastly, the Financial Impact and Solutions Subcommittee, their goal is to monitor the council budget. We've already seen a number of revenue streams totally gone in some cases, and others majorly reduced, including our Friends of Scouting campaign. And so we're just looking at vehicles and ways to provide budget relief so we can keep going with our programs, our people, and our property on the other side of the COVID-19 issue. If you'd like to give thoughts or step up in any way, please let us know on any of these committees. We always need help and support, and I appreciate that. Want to just give you a sense of what's happened to date. You may know since through end of month, we've closed our service center and our scout shop. The staff, self included, is working remotely. We want to be there to serve your new needs now. Through the end of April, we've suspended all unit, district, council level programs, and I just want to share and say a special thank you to all of our units for working together with all of us to ensure that our scouts are safe. I appreciate that. I know it's not easy to adjust on the fly, and you've been so great. Also want to just mention too that we've closed our properties. So it's a lot of unfortunate there, but again, all in the spirit of keeping our scouts safe. Additionally, there's a new guide to advancement and FAQs. I know many of you have had questions on Eagle rank and extensions. Information is in there on that. There are provisions for Eagle rank extensions. Please read through the guide. Again, I've always said, don't put the advancement of a scout ahead of the scout's safety. So I appreciate your help in that. Also, there's some resources in the March 20th COVID response email that identify some great at-home resources, 30-day challenge resources, things that you can do to keep the fire going. Lastly, going forward, Our task force is committed to monitor and comply and make decisions that keep our scouts, families, and communities safe and communicate those changes as we have them. Right now, we've made no new decisions on our summer camp, day camps, and resident camps. We will communicate to you should we change the plan, but right now we are still in the planning phases and we intend on having camps, but each day is a new day, as we all know. And then we'll just keep communicating to keep the flame going. So I just want to thank you for spending some time with me, watching, and hope you can find some normalcy in a new routine. Get outside, connect with friends and families, connect with scouts and leaders, and just keep the flame going. Until then, we'll see you next time. Keep the flame, keep it lit.